The clash of steel against steel, 300 Spartan warriors against the might of the Persian Empire. King Leonidas, a shield wall of muscle and bronze, roars defiance in the face of certain death. To truly understand Leonidas, we must venture beyond the Hollywood spectacle and delve into the heart of Sparta itself. This is the legend of Thermopylae, where heroes were forged in the crucible of war. Leonidas was not merely a warrior king, he was a product of his environment, a leader shaped by the unforgiving crucible of Spartan society.
What drove these warriors to embrace a life of austerity, discipline, and unwavering obedience to the state?
These are not merely academic questions, they are critical to unraveling the enigma that is Leonidas. The cinematic portrayal often glorifies the legend, but the reality is far more complex and nuanced. Was Leonidas driven by heroism, martyrdom, or was he, as some historians suggest, a shrewd political strategist?
Join us as we delve into the political and social context of the time to uncover the hidden agendas behind the bronze mask.
Like and subscribe as we explore the intricate world of ancient Spartan politics and uncover the true motives behind the legend of Leonidas. Spartan society was a rigid pyramid with a clear division between those who held power and those who served. At the apex stood the Spartiates, the warrior elite who dedicated their lives to the art of war.
Below the Spartiates were the Perioeci, free men and women who were not citizens of Sparta but lived within its territories. Skilled artisans, merchants, and craftsmen, they provided the essential goods and services that kept the Spartan war machine running.
And then, at the very bottom of this societal structure, were the Helots. This stark social divide forms the very foundation upon which we must build our understanding of Leonidas and his world. The hierarchy influenced their military strategies, with the Spartiates forming the core of the formidable phalanx. Their rigorous training and discipline were crucial for maintaining their dominance in battle. The societal structure ensured that every class contributed to the military prowess of Sparta, making it a formidable force in ancient Greece. The Agoge forging Spartan steel. From the moment a Spartan boy drew his first breath, his life was dedicated to the state. At the tender age of 7, he was ripped from his mother's arms and thrust into the brutal embrace of the Agoge.
This rigorous training regimen was designed to mold boys into hardened warriors, capable of enduring unimaginable hardship and facing death without flinching.
They trained with weapons, learned to fight in formation, and were instilled with an unyielding sense of discipline and loyalty to Sparta above all else.
Individuality was suppressed, personal freedom sacrificed on the altar of Spartan dominance. We endured harsh conditions, meager rations, and constant scrutiny from our elders. To be Spartan was to be a weapon of war, honed to a razor's edge and ready to be unleashed upon Sparta's enemies. Their unmatched prowess on the battlefield was a testament to the relentless discipline and training that forged them into the ultimate warriors.
The role of servitude in Spartan society. The Helots were the backbone of Spartan society, their labor essential to the Spartan way of life.
To maintain this system, the Spartans employed brutal methods of control. The Cryptia, a secret police force of young Spartan men, conducted night raids and assassinations to keep the Helot population in check.
This institutionalized violence was a constant reminder of the harsh realities underpinning Spartan power.
The plight of the Helots raises uncomfortable questions about the moral fabric of Spartan society.
It is within this morally complex landscape that Leonidas rose to power, a leader shaped by a system that both empowered and haunted him. Morality in the shadow of the Spartan spear. The Spartan system, with its emphasis on martial prowess and unwavering obedience, produced some of the most formidable warriors the world has ever known.
Yet the sacrifice of individual liberty and the brutal treatment of the Helots present a stark contrast to their celebrated valor.
To understand his actions at Thermopylae, we must grapple with the ethical complexities of the society that shaped him.
Leonidas's early life is a tapestry woven with threads of both fact and speculation. Born into the Aegeid dynasty, one of Sparta's 2 royal lines, he was immersed in the Spartan way of life from the moment he drew his first breath.
We can envision him as a youth, his lean frame toughened by the harsh agode, his eyes reflecting the steely determination that would one day define his reign.
Yet beyond these glimpses into his formative years, details remain frustratingly elusive.
Did Leonidas, fueled by ambition or a sense of destiny, challenge the established order to claim his birthright? The historical record remains tantalizingly silent, but his journey from a young prince to a legendary king set the stage for his pivotal role in Spartan history. The circumstances surrounding Leonidas' rise to power are shrouded in a veil of historical ambiguity. Some scholars propose that he ascended the throne through a series of fortunate, albeit tragic events within his family line.
Adding to the intrigue is the possibility that Leonidas may have married his niece Gorgo, a practice not entirely uncommon among Spartan royalty.
Whatever the truth, Leonidas' ascension coincided with a period of escalating tension between the Greek city-states and the burgeoning Persian Empire.
The weight of history, the legacy of Spartan valor, and the looming threat from the east all converged upon this newly crowned king, shaping the intrigues of Spartan leadership. As Leonidas assumed the mantle of kingship, he inherited not only a throne, but the immense weight of Spartan history.
The echoes of these past triumphs resonated through the halls of Spartan government, a constant reminder of the standards by which Spartan leaders were judged. Leonidas understood that the world was changing, that the balance of power was shifting.
He knew that to protect Sparta, to preserve its way of life, he needed to be more than just a custodian of tradition. This awareness would come to define his reign and ultimately lead him to the fateful crossroads at Thermopylae, where the expectations placed on Spartan leaders would be tested.
Across the Aegean Sea, a storm was brewing. Xerxes, the self-proclaimed king of kings and ruler of the vast Persian Empire, had set his sights on conquering Greece.
For the disparate Greek city-states, often fractured by internal rivalries, the threat posed by Xerxes was an existential one.
The news of the approaching Persian army sent shockwaves through the heart of Greece. The fate of Greece, its culture, its very way of life, hung precariously in the balance, threatened by the approaching Persian storm. The clash was inevitable, and the storm was about to break. As the Persian army advanced, the Greek city-states convened a council to strategize their defense. Debate raged among the delegates, each proposing different strategies for repelling the invaders.
It was in this crucible of uncertainty that I, Leonidas, king of Sparta, stepped forward with a daring proposition. I proposed to lead a small force of Spartans and allied Greek soldiers to the narrow pass at Thermopylae, the Hot Gates.
Leonidas' proposal was met with a mixture of admiration and apprehension. Despite the risks, Leonidas remained resolute. The narrow pass of Thermopylae was of immense strategic importance. Its confined space neutralized the numerical advantage of the Persian army. By holding this pass, the Spartans aimed to delay the Persian advance, buying precious time for the Greek city-states to prepare. Leonidas understood the symbolic importance of a strong stand at Thermopylae. It was a gamble, a desperate throw of the dice, but for Leonidas, it was a gamble he was willing to take. The Persian army, led by Xerxes himself, arrived at Thermopylae to find the Spartan-led force standing resolute against them.
For 2 days we held the pass, repelling wave after wave of relentless Persian assaults. The Spartans, masters of disciplined warfare, fought with unmatched bravery and skill, decimating the ranks of the Persian infantry.
The narrow terrain of the pass negated the Persian advantage in numbers, forcing them to funnel their troops into a confined space where the Greeks could engage them on more even terms. The Spartan phalanx, a wall of overlapping shields and thrusting spears, proved a nearly impenetrable barrier. Yet Leonidas knew that time was running out. Despite their valiant efforts, the Greeks were outnumbered and outmaneuvered, but their determination never wavered. Echoes of courage in the ashes of defeat. On the third day, a local shepherd revealed to Xerxes a hidden goat path that led through the mountains, bypassing the Spartan defenses. With this newfound knowledge, Xerxes dispatched a contingent of his elite troops, the Immortals, to outflank the Greeks.
The Spartan-led force, now surrounded and facing certain annihilation, continued to fight with unwavering courage.
Knowing that all hope was lost, I dismissed most of our allies, urging them to live to fight another day. I remained behind with my 300 Spartans and a handful of Thespian and Theban volunteers, determined to make a final stand that would echo through history.
The final battle was a testament to Spartan bravery and a poignant reminder of the human cost of war. Overwhelmed by sheer numbers, the remaining Greeks fought to the death, selling their lives dearly. Leonidas himself fell in the thick of the fighting, his body pierced by a hail of Persian arrows. The Persian victory at Thermopylae came at a heavy price. Their losses were staggering, a testament to the ferocity of the Greek resistance. More importantly, the Spartan sacrifice at Thermopylae served as a rallying cry for the rest of Greece. The courage and sacrifice of Leonidas and his men ignited a firestorm of defiance throughout the Greek world, inspiring them to unite and ultimately repel the Persian invasion. The echoes of their courage resonate even today, reminding us of the enduring impact of their sacrifice. Hero or hype? Deconstructing Leonidas. History, it seems, has a penchant for simplifying complex figures into easily digestible icons. Leonidas, the warrior king who defied an empire with a handful of brave souls, fits neatly into this narrative. He is the embodiment of courage, the unwavering leader who sacrificed everything for the freedom of his people. And yet, like all historical figures, Leonidas exists in the shadowy realm between myth and reality. Was he truly the selfless hero of legend, or did his actions at Thermopylae stem from a more intricate web of motivations, a blend of duty, ambition, and perhaps even a calculated gamble for Spartan glory?
Some historians argue that Leonidas' decision to make his stand at Thermopylae, knowing full well the odds stacked against him, was a calculated risk designed to solidify Sparta's position as the leading military power in Greece. By sacrificing himself and his 300 Spartans, Leonidas ensured that Sparta, even in defeat, would be remembered for its valor and unwavering commitment to the Hellenic cause. This act of calculated heroism, if indeed that's what it was, served to elevate Sparta in the eyes of the other Greek city-states, potentially paving the way for its eventual dominance in the wake of the Persian Wars.
So was Leonidas a true hero, or merely a product of historical hype? His legacy, shrouded in both glory and controversy, continues to spark debate among scholars and enthusiasts alike.
While Leonidas' courage at Thermopylae is undeniable, his legacy is forever intertwined with the brutal realities of Spartan society. As a product of this system, a king bound by its laws and customs, Leonidas was both a beneficiary and a perpetuator of its inherent inequalities. The Spartan state, for all its military prowess, rested upon a foundation of oppression. The Helots, their lives and labor fueling the Spartan war machine, lived in a perpetual state of fear and subjugation. This brutal subjugation was integral to the Spartan military success. The relentless discipline and training, to maintain order at any cost, was mirrored in their military strategies. Leonidas, by virtue of his birth and position, was complicit in a system that thrived on the exploitation and dehumanization of an entire population. This uncomfortable truth, this inherent stain on the Spartan ideal, casts a long shadow over Leonidas' legacy. Can we truly celebrate his heroism without acknowledging the darker aspects of the society he represented?
Leonidas, then, remains an enigmatic figure, a study in contradictions. He was a warrior king who embodied both the courage and the cruelty of his age. He was a leader who inspired his men to fight and die for a cause, yet he was also a product of a system built on the backs of the oppressed. Perhaps the most honest assessment of Leonidas is to acknowledge the inherent complexity of his character. He was neither a saint nor a monster, but a man grappling with the weight of responsibility, tradition, and ambition in a world on the brink of chaos. His story serves as a reminder that history is rarely black and white. It is a tapestry woven with threads of heroism and brutality, selflessness and ambition, all intertwined in a way that defies easy categorization. Leonidas's legacy, like the man himself, remains a compelling and ultimately unresolvable puzzle, an enduring enigma that continues to fascinate and challenge us centuries after he made his fateful stand at Thermopylae. In the broader context of history, Leonidas's contributions and legacy are a testament to the enduring power of leadership and sacrifice, influencing countless generations and shaping the course of Western civilization.
From the sun-drenched heights of Mount Taygetus to the blood-soaked sands of Thermopylae, Leonidas's journey is a stark reminder that history is rarely as simple as the legends we tell. He was a product of his time, shaped by the brutal realities of Spartan society, yet he was also a leader who transcended those limitations, who became a symbol of resistance against tyranny that echoes through the ages. Was he a flawless hero? Perhaps not. Did he bend the rules, perhaps even defy Spartan law, to achieve his goals? The evidence suggests he might have. And yet, he stood firm when others faltered, facing down an empire with unwavering courage and a deep-seated belief in the Spartan ideal, however flawed that ideal may have been. The Spartan king who marched into the jaws of death at Thermopylae was more than just a warrior. He was a leader, a symbol, a figure forever etched in the collective memory of Western civilization as a beacon of defiance against insurmountable odds. His legacy, forged in fire and shadow, endures to this day, inspiring countless generations to stand against tyranny and fight for freedom. Leonidas's story, like all great stories, is not merely a relic of the past. It's a conversation that continues to resonate, to challenge our perceptions of heroism, sacrifice, and the very nature of leadership. Was he a hero, a villain, or something in between? The answer, dear viewers, lies not in simplistic labels, but in the messy, often contradictory tapestry of history itself. So, we leave you with this. Explore further. Delve into the depths of Spartan history, grapple with the complexities of their society, and decide for yourselves. Was Leonidas a man of unwavering principle, a shrewd ruler playing a deadly game of political chess, or perhaps a tragic figure caught between duty and destiny? Reflect on the lessons learned from his story and how they apply to our world today. Continue the conversation in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more explorations into the mysteries of the past. At Enchant Minds.